We live the times where there are many hard economic times. The situation in our country is becoming unbearable, and all over the world, something that can make our youth to despair and give up in life. And today, we brought you a topic of discussion of mental health and how the youth of the 21st century can be able to navigate out through the life problems, hurdles, economic balancing, relationships, spiritual matters, and most importantly, the well-being of a youth. My name is Emmanuel Bosire, and I'm joined by
Machoka Geoffrey.
It's long since we met.
Thank you, Mr. Manuel, for this first time.
I remember those days in university where you were very thin like me, and of late you're becoming great.
I can be able to add that when you find in a scenario whereby you're trying to put yourself in a certain stress, you don't grow in terms of size. But after sometimes you find yourself growing bigger and bigger because you have now avoided all kinds of stress and sorts of stress yenye inaweza kusumbua kwa maisha.
Now, if I can ask you,
Yes.
in the simplest way
Yes.
and in your own words,
Yes.
what is mental health?
Mental health, I can be able to say, mental health is when, for example, your mind,
Yeah.
the thinking capacity, the way your mind can be able to think, can be able to feel, and even react on something. That is when, and then after sometimes it turns to be being distracted. That is, it gives a point whereby we call it a mental distraction. Then we can summarize that point of view to be mental health problem.
Now, building up on this topic of mental health,
Yes.
People or statistics can tell that youths and women, especially the men, and by the way, yesterday was Father's Day, and you know that this month mostly it's about the mental health of men, and now that you are men, were you celebrated yesterday as a father?
And exactly, yes, because
Are you a father?
yeah, I'm a father. And we are proud of being a father.
Alternatively, did you celebrate your father?
Yeah, unfortunately, my father passed, but I remembered him posting at "Continue resting in peace." But I call myself a father because I can stand in for him.
Let's now build this story or this conversation on the mental health of men.
Yes.
What are some of the challenges that make men to undergo a lot in the world today?
Oh, many men you can find when a person has no financial constraints, that you lack capital or you lack money. That is one of the things that makes many men feel like there is no hope in this life. Another thing you can be able to say, lack of jobs. People get frustrated after all struggles of life. You have been in school, you have learned all 4 years, but you don't find at some point hakuna kazi. That brings a lot of confusion in a family. Mtu anakuambia you read, but sasa hujapata kazi. Mtu anaanza kudevelop what we call shida kwa akili. That is stress. Yeah.
Talking about relationships, men fall in love, men provide for people, and at times we have single parents who are men. Do you have anything to speak about it?
About the relationship, at this scenario, we can be able to base our understanding that we fall in love to test, but we don't have that experience. But after we have interacted with those relationships, that is, we are another sex, that relationship become toxic. It gives us it develops a stress, feelings that are negative, that cannot even apply in any kind of relationship, which makes many people to abscond that relationship and decide to be alone. Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Geoffrey. He has given us a little building up of what is mental health and how people are challenged mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, and all the aspects of life. And one of the causes is that it builds up to stress. And Group 1, they're coming to discuss with us what are the causes of stress among the youth, especially today, and extending it to the male gender Now that this is the month, we're talking about the mental health of men and what are the causes of stress among the youth and among the men. Thank you, Geoffrey, and we come again in the next segment.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel. Wish you the best.
Okay. Yeah. So